Hello everyone, welcome back to the CodeIsha training center. So today we will explore about the semantic HTML tags as per HTML 30 day series. Okay, so in this session, semantic HTML tags, we will discuss about the header, footer, sections, and articles, and how we can add these or all tags into the our HTML file. Okay, so let's get into the slides. So coming to the today our agenda is what are semantic tags and why we use these semantic tags in HTML and understanding the header, footer, section tag and article tags. Okay, and also we'll write the piece of code with the simple page structure. Okay, and we will know about the best practices for these semantic topic, and we can also give the hands-on activity and final one summary. Okay, so let's get into the first one. So coming to the what are semantic tags. So semantic tags are clearly describe the meaning of content they contain. Okay, so let's see, when we use these div tag instead of using these div tag. Okay, so let's try to use the header tag or section or article or the footer. Okay, so based on our requirements, let's try to use these tags. Okay, these tags are semantic tags. Okay, so we use meaningful tags such as these are all. Okay, so these tags helps browser developers and search engines understand the page structure. Okay, so when we use these like header and the section and article and the footer, so for example that client are searching for our website. Okay, so that time search engine also need a specific name and specific title and specific logo and specific description, right? So for that time we need to use better to use these semantic tags. Okay, so instead of using these div tags. Okay, and coming to the why we use these semantic tags in our HTML. So it is for better code readability. Okay, and it improve the search engine optimization. Okay, and also better accessibility and easier maintenance and also meaningful space structure. Okay, so see here, basics a piece of code when we use the dev content or dev tag. Okay, so here's a dev tag. Okay, and coming to the here comparing these dev tag with the header. See here the header tag. Okay, so better to we need these type of features and the in this HTML page, so better to use these are all things. Okay, and coming to the header tag. So this header tag element represents the introductory content. Okay, and it usually contains logo, website title, and navigation menu, and also search bar. Okay, so here's a basic example with header tag using written the piece of code. Okay, so here's the header and the h1. Okay, and also we have the nav bar. Okay, so inside that nav bar we can add the our navigations tabs. Okay, whether it is home, about, or contact. Okay, so and coming to the footer tag. So these footer tag element represents the bottom section of the web page. Okay, and it also usually contains like corporate information, our website. Okay, and contact details and social media links, various about the our business. Okay, and privacy policy details. Okay, so these are all we can add into the footer tag. Okay, and coming to the section tag. So these section tag element groups related content together. Okay, so like think of it as a chapter in a book. Okay, so use sections when content belongs to the specific topic. Okay, so here's a simple basic piece of code like section, and inside that section we are giving the a chapter like in think like a book. Okay, so in that book we have the chapter name, right? So that is the about us. Okay, and whatever the content is there like passages various about that chapter, so we can add into these passage tag. Okay, so when we use these about us in the section, so and p coming to the details about that section. Okay, and coming to the article tag, so this article tag represents the independent content. Okay, for example blog tags and news articles and the product review and the form post. Okay, an article should make sense even if viewed separately. Okay, so here's a simple basics of the piece of code for this. Okay, article and the HTML basics, that is the main heading topic. And coming to the passage, we need to add the about that. Okay, and next one, here's a semantics page structure. Okay, so when we need a requirement like, okay, website content, okay, on the header tag. Okay, and coming to the any details of about the website, we need to add into the section with the help of the section or article. Okay, and coming to the footer, so we need to add inside the footer our social media links and about us, or like uh, contact, any other related we can add into the footer tag. Okay, so and so let's, before going to the next slide, so let's write a piece of code and open this, and here's notepad, and let's close out of this. Okay, let's open it again, and here's the, today we are day 11, right? Day 11 semantic. Okay, semantic tags, and let's close this. And so inside this I'm giving a semantic tags. Let's save it into the extension with the semantic. Okay, with the HTML extension, I'm going with the all. Let's save this piece of code. Okay, let's back into folder, let's search the semantic tags. Okay, so now it open in the our browser. So let's write two piece of code for this, and let's open our code editor. Okay, so here I am going to the first adding the web edit header. So inside the I am adding the website, like what is the heading we need. Okay, so like website header or any other. So I am adding here, welcome to CodeIsha. Okay, welcome to CodeIsha web page. Okay, let's save it and come back into the web page, and let's refresh it. See, this is a header. Okay, so welcome to CodeIsha header. So we can also add inside the like heading like bold or any other. Okay, based on our requirement we need to add here. See, I'm saving this one and back into the web page, and let's refresh it. See, now it is changes, right? Because of we are adding the in the header. I am also adding the like home and the contact or content. Okay, so basic thing. So let's back into the code editor, and I'm giving here nav. Okay, so it represents the navigations. Okay, and like I'm going with the name. Okay, and the content. okay, and contact us. Okay, let's save this and let's back into the web page. Let's see, here's the home and the content and the contact. Okay, so this is a navigation bars. Okay, so for this we can add our links based on our requirement. Okay, so up to here, okay, right? So here's the header, and inside header we are given the name, and also we are giving the name, nothing but navigations. Okay, and after that we need to add our content, whatever it is. Okay, like adding this section. Okay, inside section we need to add our requirement. So let's open this, and inside section we need to give the our requirements. Okay, like articles and the section name. Okay, so here I am going with the content. Okay, so node. Okay, let's try to courses. Okay, and back into the our web page and let's refresh it. See, now it shows the courses. Okay, so inside courses I'm also adding the articles. Okay, article like we provide provides the MySQL. Okay, so let's save this one and let's back into the web page. Let's refresh it. See here, codes and the what is our, we are given the article. For that it shows like this. Okay, so these are all semantic tags. Okay, and coming to the footer also will add into the bottom of the content. Okay, so inside footer we are add the, so inside footer we can add the our website name or website copyright details and the website contact details also. Okay, so like this, like we can add the copyright 2026, like, and also will provide the social media links. Okay, and also will provide the privacy websites. Okay, our policy. Okay, so we can give inside the footer tags. Okay, so let's save it and let's back into the our web page. Let's refresh it. See, like this it looks like this when we add the footer stage. Okay, so this is a header stage. Okay, this is a header stage, and here inside that header we are added the but tabs. Okay, like for the navigations to website, to the website. Okay, and here's the content. Okay, whatever inside that pages. Okay, and this one is the footer. Okay, so up to everything okay, right? And let's back into the presentation. And when we use these semantic tags, so must and should follow these best practices. Okay, so use semantic tags whenever we possible. Okay, and use header for introductory content. Okay, and use footer for closing informations like corporate things and contacts or any website privacy policies content. Okay, and coming to these sections to group related content based on our heading, and that based on that heading we need to give the content articles. Okay, and avoid excessive use of dev tags when semantic tags are available. Okay, so I think up to here okay, right? And coming to the, here's a mini challenge. Okay, so let's try to create for the student blog page. Okay, giving the header section, article and footer. Okay, so let's try to add the blog title, student article and footer informations. Okay, so let's try to this challenge. And coming to the key takeaways. So here's a final summary. Based on these topics, we are done. Semantic tags provide meaning to content. Okay. And coming to the header is introductory content. Okay. And footer closing information, and section groups related content, and articles independent content. Okay. So these semantic tags are improves the SEO and accessibility, search engine optimization. Okay. So so up to everything okay, right? So thank you everyone for watching this video, and hope you find this helpful. And if anyone to ready to learn software technologies, and if any your friends are ready to uh, career shift into these software technologies, so please contact us. We'll help you to learning courses, and the improving the mock interviews, and creating the resume preparations, and also will provide the placement assistance based on our courses. Okay, learning courses. Okay. So thank you everyone.